Welcome back, Cheeseheads, to another episode of BAM GPG. So, Bryson, we are back. Victory Monday. We're riding high after another classic NFC North victory, this time over the Chicago Bears. The Green Bay Packers came away with a 28-21 victory on Sunday, late Sunday afternoon. In Chicago, right? Their young quarterback, Caleb Williams. He had a night to remember, but also a night he'd like to have back. I'm sure of that one. Now, let's get into what went right with us and kind of where we slipped during this game a little bit and how things set up for the showdown this coming weekend against the Denver Broncos, Bryson. So, first up, the offense, they continue to show up when it counts, right? Our quarterback, Jordan Love, he delivered when pressure mounted, 3 touchdown passes, 234 yards, and connected on multiple big plays on that Chicago Bears defense, even when they did think they had things locked down pretty tight in the secondary there. And our receiving core, right? Can't get enough kudos to Christian Watson, that had another big game. Bo Melton had that long touchdown catch from Jordan Love as well. So he showed up on the stats there. And Jaden Reed, welcome back, Jaden Reed. What a night for him as well. Boy, is it nice to have that full receiving core back and healthy for the Green Bay Packers. They were able to create separation throughout the night, capitalized on Jordan Love's timing, and to really deliver on those long range touchdown passes. That 41-yard touchdown catch and run by Christian Watson, man, that was electrifying at the game. It was a cold one on Sunday, Bryson, one of the colder ones we've been to. And on the ground, again, Josh Jacobs, he continues to set up manageable third downs and really kept the Bears pass rush guessing this game. That late 2-yard touchdown run put us ahead late. And boy, he's just clutch when you get near the end zone. He's a touchdown machine for the Green Bay Packers, and he has been throughout his career. And defensively, right? Pressure and coverage. It created chaos for Chicago, especially in that first half. The pass rush disrupted Williams's rhythm, and the secondary, they stayed disciplined for the majority of the night. Most importantly, cornerback Keyshawn Nixon. He came up with that game sealing interception in the end zone with about 22 seconds left in the game to really seal the deal type of play that defines this pet rivalry between Green Bay and Chicago. And finally, coaching execution for this game. The game plan, it kept it balanced. We attacked vertically and ran the ball when we needed to and really played complementary football throughout the game. They didn't let the Bears, really didn't let that Bears second half rally really start to take over from them at any point. Did it get close? Yes. But never really let the game slip away from them there. So what, went wrong and what needs cleaning up for Green Bay? So we can't pretend that everything was perfect this game, right? There were still some rough edges this game, especially in that second half. On defense, we got gashed a few times on the ground, and Chicago's running game, it showed glimpses, especially in that second half. If we faced a better run heavy team, those holes, they could, prove costly for that Green Bay's defense. So certainly something they got to clean up. And then the offensive line, right? They had a couple shaky moments this game. Had Jordan Love under pressure. Jordan Love really did make them look a little bit better than what they were on the night. And against, a tougher pass rush like Denver has this weekend, those aren't going to fly. So the line's going to have to clean up their play a little bit for this weekend in Denver. And while we finished strong, we left some points on the table against Chicago. A couple third down conversions missed, a few drive stalling third down conversions, and against elite teams, those missed opportunities, they're going to add up, especially as you trend towards the playoffs. And discipline, right? You saw Keyshawn Nixon probably didn't deserve the flag there, but just avoid that, right? Penalties and self-inflicted stuff in close games, you can't beat yourself,
Well, I
right?
want to say, what are these refs doing? Like, they were holding Micah Parsons on like every single play.
Yeah, they are, right? At some point, and I understand he's great, right? Just because he's great doesn't mean you can play outside of the rules of football, right? If you're holding him, you have to throw that flag, right? We've seen it all year with Micah Parsons. This game is no exception to what we've been seeing. Uh that's one play especially, right? Had to almost I had his arm had him in a headlock essentially, right? And no flag throwing. So at some point, I understand Micah Parsons great. I understand he's hard to block, but that doesn't give the opposing team the ability to play outside of the rules of football, right? So 100% agree with you there, Bryson. And then Bryson, I have to say this, the Bears side want to go through what worked and where they really hicked up here. And all credit to Chicago, right? Especially Caleb Williams in that second half. After a slow start, he rebounded and he really kind of orchestrated multiple scoring drives there in the second half, including 2 touchdown passes, really showing off his dual threat ability, throwing and scrambling when needed. And I was really impressed with his scrambling, Bryson. We were at the game. He's a tough quarterback to bring down. Watching him live, I don't know if outside of Jalen Hurts, maybe I don't know if I've seen a quarterback that tough to bring down for a pass rush. But consistency, it was an issue for Caleb Williams, right? Ultimately, on Chicago's final drive, fourth and 1 there, Williams, he lofted that pass towards the end zone for Cole Kmet and under pressure, he missed executed throws, and Nixon jumped in for the easy pick there to end the game. Um, that mistake, it ended their comeback, right? They were driving down the field. So, yeah, Williams, he showed some flashes of what really makes him dangerous, right? The arm talent, the legs, the playmaking, but his decision making under pressure, it still needs to be polished if the Bears want to make a serious noise going into the postseason this
And
year.
that just made them the 7th seed, I believe.
It did. Dropped them from the first
And
to the seventh.
and the Lions are 1 game behind them, and the Lions have the tiebreaker over them,
They
so
do. And they still got to play the Lions coming up again this year. So that'll be an interesting one to watch. We do have Chicago again in a couple weeks in Chicago.
like if we win that one though, then we have the division wrapped up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so too. Yeah, I do. I think if we can come out with that one in Chicago, that should just about wrap it up for the division. I know mathematically there's probably ways that we don't win the division, but if we win that one, I think we probably do because that would give us the head-to-head sweep over the Bears and the head-to-head sweep over the Lions. So up next for the Packers, we have the Broncos in Denver. If we carry over this kind of balanced attack, strong run game, aggressive passing, and a pressure defense, right? This could be a winnable game for Green Bay on the road. Denver's defense, though, they are very talented. They might try to disrupt Jordan Love's rhythm with that pass rush, so offensive line consistency. It's going to be critical this weekend against Denver. And Love, he's going to have clean pockets and really let Watson and players like Jaden Reed and Romeo Dobbs and company go to work this week. Defensively, our pass rush, they're going to have to get to the quarterback. Our coverage, they're going to have to stay disciplined in coverage, right? Keyshawn Nixon, Valentine, they're going to have to play disciplined football this weekend in Denver. They need to really limit the Denver's weapons there. I think that pass rush will be able to get after them. If we force some turnovers or some bad third down situations, we'll control the tempo of this game in Denver this weekend. And special teams, you know, with how tight things are going to be as the season starts to dwindle down, could really decide games here going down the stretch. So they got to keep the edge there in special teams as well. I thought they played much better on Sunday on special teams,
Yeah.
both in all phases, really. We didn't really see very many kick or field goals from McManus, if any. But as far as kickoffs, I like his placement of the ball. He was forcing them to drive it out of the end zone, and our tackling was crisp on those special teams there. We were keeping them, for the most part, before the 30-yard line there. So, bottom line, I like our chances in Denver. If we're able to execute clean, no slip ups, no self inflicted mistakes, this could be another W for the Green Bay
But
Packers this weekend.
I wanna mention, um, the playoff push is coming,
It is.
and I feel like every year we come off a losing streak in the playoffs, and that's why we keep losing.
Yes, you want to go in hot. You want to
Yeah.
go into the playoffs hot. I think Green Bay's, won 4 in a row now. So got to keep the momentum going as we head into the postseason there. I don't know if we'll be able to catch the Rams for that 1 seed, but certainly if we can get that number 2 seed, I know that buy always scares me, right? I
Right.
know rest is important, but
Like if you get the vest, you get out of that winning rhythm.
yeah, you almost want to keep that momentum going. Absolutely. So number 2 seed, if we're able to secure that, I'd be
That'd
very,
be
very happy. Absolutely. And it guarantees you a home playoff game as the number 2 seed for sure. So I'd be happy with that. But overall, I thought Green Bay played exceptionally well, left a lot out on the field, right? There were some questionable penalties this game. Was that a catch, not catch by Musgrave? But, the Bears, I'll give them their dues. They're a tough team, right? Are they there yet? Not quite yet. I was super impressed with Caleb Williams' play, his ability to extend plays, and really just his ability to elude that pass rush, right? It's incredible. So I think if Ben Johnson keeps him down the right path, I think he's a very talented quarterback. Bears have a lot to look forward to. But this year, I think they're probably a year or two away from being serious Super Bowl contenders. But boy, it's going to be a fun rivalry over the next few years with between Green Bay and Chicago. Two very young teams, two very good teams. It's going to be fun to watch here over the next few years, Bryson. But
Yeah, but Packers are always gonna rule the North. Let's
a-
all be honest.
absolutely, the North belongs to Green Bay. So, as always, Bryson,
Let's go, Pack, go.